If you know, you know.
Welcome back to the Inside Joke Podcast. It's our 50th episode. It's our 50th episode.
Woo! We were back
Holy
since
shit.
last week.
It only took us... When did we start?
Several years.
It took us...
Took us so long.
We were
I
stuck in
think
here
we
for
started in
several years.
2021.
Oh no, that's not a good time.
It took us a lot. Well, yeah, this podcast was forged in the fires of.
Or is it a good time? I don't know how years are regarded really. We don't really have a cultural
we
recollection
can't say
of that
regarded
yet.
The first
anymore.
episode was July 12th, 2021.
2021 was a bad year.
And then this episode is the 50th episode, and it's going to be June whatever 2025.
Oh, okay.
June.
Drop it on Juneteenth. I think we can make it special.
I could. That'd be the best on that episode.
Well, yeah, because I mean, it's already they like you said, they don't know. We could all be black for all they know. What's the timestamp on that? It's just right at the beginning. I'm just gonna write down literally right at the beginning, literally the start.
Literally there.
You can't even be black anymore.
Look, I was just saying that there's a holiday coming up. You can always arrange it towards a holiday. That's all. You know?
137.
What?
Yeah, I got
me saying words?
I've got. Look, I'm gonna just turn on the podcast.
I'm allowed to say words. I'm just adding these early. It does cut it off, though.
It does. It's. That's right.
It literally.
Well,
if
you gotta time it right.
I'm timing it just fine.
I was happy.
Yeah, that is cut off. You cannot hear it.
You gotta snipe us.
Please, not. Just.
You bastard.
Why is that one so delayed?
I don't know. I
That
didn't
one
fix
was
it.
incredibly delayed.
Yeah, it's like a little hidden thing. You know?
It took you. There's 3 seconds of delay.
Yeah. All right.
You're lowering it again.
Stop doing
Stop
that.
getting shy. All right. Just okay. Matt's been getting shy with the volume level on the soundboard, so whenever he throws a sound effect in there, it's just kind of like in the background, like kind of raising its hand, being like, like, come on.
I'll be careful. I'll be less
you
radio edit.
motherfucker. All right. So
What's your Roman Empire?
Yeah, we talked all about 4th Edition and Lancer, which are 2 games that are going. Casey, you were talking about Rome?
Super gay.
Are you super into
Super gay.
super gay?
You're
gay.
fondling some D7s now.
I mean, the meme's a little late, but Roman Empire.
It's your
Let's
Roman
keep going.
Empire.
That's true.
Yeah?
No, yeah.
Started those the fuckers that killed Jesus?
Ooh.
Yeah, the Italians, yeah.
No, yeah, I started running Lex Arcana.
Lex Arcana, yep.
Yeah, game that's run.
It's the guys who did the Broncolonia stuff, right?
Yes,
For
it
5th
is.
edition?
Yeah.
I forgot. I keep forgetting. The Broncolonia stuff's really cool.
All of their stuff is really cool.
What's the
I just
Broncolonia?
think the thing that's not cool about it is they use Lex Arcana and then everything else is 5th edition supplements.
That is sad.
That's very normal. That's
But
very
like
true.
the flavor of what they capture and a lot of these other, I don't see why they couldn't do the same thing with some of the mechanics that we're kind of just running through.
It's
Lex
like they're not
Arcana.
confident that their IP can stand on its
It's
own.
just
or
just
something.
selling.
It's-
It's just trying to
yeah.
get some
It
money.
is such a good game so far. The fact that we can be, it could, like, we usually run our games ended around like 9:30, maybe close just before 10. It can be 9 o'clock at night, and I look down and it's like, oh, time for a boss fight. We only got 40 something minutes. Easy.
Yeah.
No other game have I ever. Anything else, it would be like, ooh, we're coming up on 9, and I'm running out of material before we get to this fight, so we're just gonna call it for the night because next session's going to be that fight.
Oh, the number of
and
times.
then, and then after that session, we'll have the aftermath of the fight. Instead, it's just no, we fight,
Yeah.
and it's really terrifying and
Absolutely.
cool and fast. Because all of the roles are simultaneous. In terms of like, there is a turn order, but everything's happening all at the same time. So even if a character is downed early in a round, technically, you still get your turn.
Yeah.
Because you're swinging or fighting or shooting something somewhere in the mix. And I think the thing that's been really interesting for playing it as a system is how the clunkiness of it so far hasn't really been with any of the mechanics. It's been with having the mindset for properly playing a Roman soldier going out looking for forbidden cults when you're directly worshiping the Roman god pantheon.
These cults are fine. These cults aren't.
And then a lot of those cults are the real world sort of the seedlings of real world religions, kind of how they're existing today.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we haven't even gotten to that part. The game's entirely focused right now just dealing a lot with either kind of rituals that have gone wrong that are part of regular Roman rites that just aren't being maintained properly, or trying to, I think that, the newest adventure is kind of going into the supernatural efforts of maintaining empire across foreign lands.
Ooh. Yeah, and like sort of supernatural resistance movements a little bit, you know?
You gotta be a horse girl to appreciate it.
Oh, yes. Jeez. Yeah, they got tossed off of their horses by Epona, the goddess of horses, the Celtic.
From Zelda?
Honestly, that's still. I think that did the most damage to me out of pretty much anything.
That is true.
This thing fucked me up.
No. It's just that I don't get fucked up by anything else.
That's something that's really cool. Reading into how adventures are written, kind of a lot of time teaches you the methodology of how the game is expected to be run. And that's typically how I ran Star Trek, is just run the pre-made stuff till I can kind of tell exactly the flow of how this is supposed to go. And then I can start throwing in my own stuff and piecing stories together. And with this game, I forget the component that I was going to talk about. It just completely went out of my mind. So now I'm just rambling on.
Oh, shit. I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that, baby. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Fucking... Well, you were talking about, like, the things that you said that really... So I'm not in this game, unfortunately, because it conflicts with my...
loser.
Lamentations of the Flame Princess game that I've been doing for 2.5 years now.
Yeah.
But, like, it's... The things that got me is, you said, the supernatural efforts of maintaining empire. Like, the idea that maintaining an empire requires things like statescraft, it requires military strategy, it requires logistics... And it also requires supernatural.
The main thing, the crux of why the game exists is the Roman Empire has never fell. It's never started slipping into decline. And this is specifically because under the rule of Hadrian, the Pax Deorum is ratified, reaffirmed in a way, and divination is discovered to be a guaranteed magic that can operate by expected rules.
Right.
And the Roman Empire has a monopoly on divination, practically, in its boundaries.
Yeah. So literally seeing the future is how you maintain empire.
So you're doing
that'll do it.
It's Roman. It's Roman soldiers operating off of Minority Report rules to go after supernatural.
Minority Report Rome sounds like a straight to DVD sci-fi film, like SYFY film. That's sick though. I like that a lot.
Which at the moment it's not quite that, because we're still very kind of really grounded, but that's entirely what I expect from because how the rules. If I one of the things I really like, just like Star Trek, is my choices have to also have some transparency to the players. In Star Trek, it was, if I'm gonna start doing bad things behind the scenes, you see me spending points, and then I'm quickly telling you what I'm doing, or it's right around the corner in the next scene. With Lex Arcana, if there is supernatural groups or monsters or sorcerers of certain power levels, I am obligated to give dreams and omens and forewarnings to the players.
Oh.
So the more dangerous something is, the more you know about it going in.
Oh, that's
Except
fun.
then you're going in and it's just like a normal village, and you're like, I know that there's a literal demon here somewhere.
That's cool because not only is it like a good mechanical way to be like, you shouldn't fuck with this guy yet without having to actually apply hard balancing rules to encounters, but also adds a lot of like flavor and character to your narration because you're like, oh, you have this mysterious dream about this guy. You know, that's
A lot.
That's fun.
Yeah.
And interesting thing is the divination's all in the powers of the player the whole time.
Mhm.
And I think that's the other thing that's difficult so far is finding the right ebb and flow of what kinds of divination you should be using, how soon in an adventure, and where,
I was
And
about
who
to
should be using it?
and who should be using it.
okay, because I was gonna ask because I know Matt, you've talked about it before. Matt's been digging around in sheep guts, and I want to know like when. So if you have Matt deciding, all right, I'm gonna dig around with some sheep guts, and Rome has a monopoly on divination. Divination always works. What's the difference between like, is that low divination and there's a high divination, or what happens if enemies are using divination? Is there illegal divination you're gonna go stop? Like, how Minority Report are we getting here? How long?
Well,
we drag out
the
this
thing,
allegory?
so the thing is, Rome basically has a monopoly on divination because they have a monopoly of power geopolitically, because with this conceptualization of old world theology, the power of gods is directly tied to the land.
And also to the amount of sacrifices they get.
True.
And if you're Rome, you're literally a sacrifice machine.
Yes.
Like, yeah. Okay.
And so it's all the player characters are more vulnerable the farther from the center of the empire you are.
Yeah, so there's like different layers of it. Like, yeah, it's in Italy, you know, it's easiest to do stuff. In Greece and Italy, you know, that's still pretty easy. Rest of the empire harder. Outside the empire, it is
And
very difficult.
and
Yeah.
near the fringes and beyond is where you start to have dominant entire new schools of magic erupting. And the thing is, that's what Rome is fighting for. It's not you need to stop this so people don't believe in this. Rome really doesn't care. They want that either suppressed because it can be used against them, or they want to be able to have full control over how and when that sort of magic is being used.
You don't want something to overcome divination.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
So, like,
okay.
actually, in
Huh.
in Romania, essentially, what would become Romania, Transylvania, the spooky part, Thracia and Dacia.
Yep.
There's like a whole thing where, yeah, people get to walk on clouds, you know, walk through the skies. Like, that is a magic that is localized to that area and sort of specialized there. Rome does not have control over. The people who do that are explicitly outside of Roman society.
Interesting.
And player characters also have they've got HP, which is balanced out by your encumbrance, which is almost kind of like a slash scale like World of Darkness kind of uses.
Yeah.
Where some you're encumbered, those count as not damage, but those are filled in. And when you have damage for HP, match and once all your boxes are filled in with something, you're out. You're fatigued,
You're fatigued,
Yeah.
but you're not, like, down.
But
Right.
then once you're
It does
fatigued, it's
restrict everything.
extremely
Yeah.
easy to go down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the health box system from World of Darkness was fucking genius.
But equally,
I'm happy to hear it was-
characters also have basically spiritual hit points. Pietas is what it's called. And you can spend those points to do divination. Anyone can do it.
Yeah.
But whenever you're encountering supernatural or cults, either the tolerated cults or forbidden cults, you end up risking and basically taking spiritual damage. Even just having someone reciting a sermon that's just of a foreign belief structure, you being in the presence and hearing those words, basically there's a saving throw.
What's the implication of that then? That it's like if you're exposed to enough of that of that material that you'll just be converted.
I mean,
Yeah, in a
well,
way.
your gods are jealous. They do not want to lose you.
yes.
That is your connection to your patron god. I mean, to the gods in general, the Roman gods in general, but also your patron god.
I
that
read
makes
the
sense.
Kama Sutra out loud, and Casey just slapped me in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We weren't
Except-
even playing the game.
Said I could do it. I mean, the book is partially in Italian at times. The translation's really weird. It's fun. Like there's the adventure we were doing, Carnonos
she gave
kept
me
popping
a-
up, and it wasn't until the end where it said Ceranos, and I'm like, oh, now I know exactly
Yeah.
what he looks like.
Yeah, she gave me the Greasy Arrivederci.
Greasy Arrivederci. Oh.
She gave me a meatball hero.
No, but because some character, the interesting thing is that really the mechanics are just basic. They're the same for almost everyone, except for what your particular role as like the diplomat or the augur or the explorer or the fighter are able to do.
Well, if anybody can spend pietas for favors from their patron, what makes someone who is actually like class name augur different?
They get to be better at specifically doing the divination. There's a check around it. There are some other powers you get that like
Rerolls.
You get to either reroll or do some other effect that like doesn't require a roll at all. So you just get to be better at whatever your thing is.
And
which does also cost pietas.
By being that class, you also have a minimum stat requirement, which is that being typically your highest stat. So the augur is probably the one that's going to mathematically be the best at doing this.
Yeah. That makes sense. You're the augur.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing is,
got something in your throat, buddy?
No.
you'll have some characters doing divination and spending their pietas to try and figure out a mystery and guide you to solving an investigation. But at the same time, if the augur is spending all their points on doing divination, then the first time they start encountering forbidden wild things, they've got less HP to be able to withstand that damage. And the augur also typically has a lower reasoning score, and reasoning is your defense stat against that saving throw damage.
Right. The scholar is the one who's actually the best at taking the hits from foreign stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Unimpeded. Yeah.
I like that. I love it when I feel like it's kind of a lost art, at least in mainstream RPGs, where it's like every single thing is designed against every single other thing.
Yeah.
Like there's all of these mini interactions throughout the entire system that are so intentionally done to create like this mess. You want players to deal with this fucking web of bullshit. What the hell was that?
Well,
Go ahead. What are you talking about?
well, and so I sort of ran into.
You run in. Okay. What were
I
you
was
trying to
going to say, I ran into something that I was realizing in that is that as the soldier, I should be saving most of my pietas. Even though I'm decent at that, I should be saving it specifically for
I know.
absolutely smiting the shit out of people. Like, because mine is the combat one specifically. I just get to really hammer in on that.
Well, that and the most direct form of taking pietas is being hit with supernatural attacks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I should be maintaining it for that. Like I realize that. Like,
but in terms of how having things balanced against each other, it is really like the fight with the snake that we did last.
Yeah,
it's just a snake. It has the grab ability. Now the thing is,
so scary, man.
Combat happens simultaneously, so I never have really activate anything from the monsters. I just follow their protocols.
Yeah,
and so how it works is, Ben and I are fighting. He's fighting the snake. We both roll our sets of dice, which, that's another thing. You're using a dice pool. Your stats or your skills equal a number.
Are you using a dice pool of different polyhedrals or the same polyhedral?
Of any sorts that equal the number.
You can choose up to 3 dice whose maximum numbers total to the number in the stat that you're rolling. So if you got a 20, you could roll 1d20. You could also roll 2 d5s and a d10,
Yep, or 2d10.
Yeah.
But so we roll off for Debello, which is the fighting stat.
Yeah.
I win the first round because I'm a few points over. So immediately I become the attacker. So immediately I roll damage. You're rolling protection to see how much you're able to mitigate it.
Right.
After that, the grab ability activates. It says if you win and you're an attacker, in the next round you get to use De Corpore and force your opponent to do the same.
Yeah.
Which means he's have to use the stat of his physical body.
Right.
And so it simulates immediately being grabbed, which even though his stat he's probably the best in the party still
definitely.
for that.
Yeah.
It threw him into a difficult disadvantage.
I like it being like, instead of it like,
because I couldn't use my
when you
power.
do a grapple, their speed is reduced to 0, and then they can do this and this and this and all these conditionals. It's literally like they also have to do a grab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's such a that's a very nice way to simulate it. That it's only really possible in simultaneous combat.
Honestly, that's really historical because that's how a lot of at least one-on-one fights end up being, especially with guys in armor. It's you're hacking away until one gets tired and you're wrestling to the death with a dagger at the end of it.
Yeah.
Which rules.
Actually, it does mean that because the assassin does use de corpore. So, like, that would actually, if they grabbed an assassin, that would just basically be at the peak of their game, still stabbing into the guy. Into the snake,
true.
you know.
I play an augur, so I don't have to pay attention to combat.
You do, though, because you will die.
I haven't.
I'm scared of giving you another beer, man.
I don't want one.
Looks.
Why do you want me to drink?
You keep making baby
damn.
bottle grabby hands.
I haven't.
Fucking
Is this your Roman Empire? Is this me looking over there? Jesus.
Yeah.
Grow up.
I don't know, Matt.
Grow up.
I don't know, Matt. What do you think?
I was taking a big bowl bath.
Do you like this?
Oh, that's true. No, there was a scene where these like small shadowed little demons went into the town and attacked everyone except Matt's character. He was taking a nice bubble bath.
A nice.
Well, because everyone's like, "Oh, we're gonna go into town and we're gonna be with the real people," and I'm like, "My real people is a bubble bath." And also, I'm the only woman, so
Yeah.
I actually understand too. I don't want to be by myself in the ancient world, or the modern world, but it's the ancient world. So I'm like, I'm gonna be where I'm protected.
In my bubble bath.
And I was. Everyone was getting massacred, and I was like,
Scrub it up.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we don't have any sleep. There's some ancient creatures attacking. I'm like, ancient little bubbles. I had a good time.
Well, so I'm glad that you had such a good time.
Yeah.
So as the resident augur, what's the favorite thing you've seen in a sheep's guts so far?
I have done sheep's guts.
Yeah, he hasn't done Harspacina.
I have a power which I go, hey, God, how are we doing? And he goes, eh.
Damn.
You've also never used that. No one's done Favor of the Gods yet.
It doesn't work because it doesn't make any sense to do
So what do you do? Besides take bubble baths at inopportune times.
I have dreams.
You interpret omens.
I interpret, well, Ben can too.
I interpret dreams. You interpret omens.
He interprets omens.
Oh, okay.
He interprets dreams
The
too.
thing is, you have more of the dreams and you have more of the omens.
I go to Casey and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, how many need to crunch?
So we have to
does it
interpret
take
each
to get a
other's stuff.
dream?
Yeah.
And he goes, none. Because he gives me a little slip. Because Casey didn't talk about the little slip thing he does. He slips you a little nice thing.
Oh yeah, everyone gets a little special little ritual.
He gives us a.
It's the game's inspiration.
He gives a fortune cookie kind of like slip, and then it just says like, he says like, I hate you. I don't want to talk to you again. Why are you in this game? Stop looking at me. Look down.
And you're like, this fortune cookie's weird anyway.
Yeah.
It specifically has my name.
I know my friend Casey loves me and wouldn't dox me.
Yeah. But then mine always says I got a dream. And then I give it to Casey, and then he doesn't do it.
Well, you gave it to me as soon as we started. I didn't even get to set. See, this is we had to figure out the pace of things.
Yeah, I feel
There's
like
a certain timing.
You're supposed to time it,
do
but mine
feel
is
like-
I got to give him a dream early, or he's not going to do it.
So I actually think that you should basically be doing those once every 2 sessions, and that's just because I think the game is designed for about twice as long of sessions as we usually do. That's
Yeah.
it, you know.
Yeah, we play like 10 hours. You're supposed to play 20.
20-hour sessions, that fucking rules.
I did
I
appreciate being able to drop a D30 on damage, so that was fun.
Oh yeah, no, the
And then
crits
fail.
are the most
Fail
insane
miserably.
Do they
thing.
use D30s?
Yeah.
By the book?
The
it's-
way that works.
So the thing is, this is how critting works. It's you crit, you get a times. The crit multiplier goes up by 1 for every 3 points you succeed your opponent by.
So it can go up to like times 6 at the maximum. So you multiply your base damage by. Lord!
And so you're like, I've got a D50 worth to roll
Oh, I see. You could turn a guy into mist.
very quickly.
Yeah.
Except when Ben rolls.
And that can be just someone sneaking up on you and stabbing you with a dagger.
Are there like feats or their equivalent that make crits even better? Or?
So there is stuff there. It's in Digitamenta. There you've got basically spells that everyone can slowly unlock, and then you also have different things within your office, I think,
Wow.
So yeah, they're basically as you play, you start to because like the Explorer has one that's basically a spell, but effectively it's you get to start using poisoned arrows that do certain things. So that's immediately unlocking that style of play. The spells are really cool because their time length is whenever I fucking say they are. Because it literally just says the spell takes a short time to do or a long time to do, and it lasts a long time or a short time or until the DM decides otherwise.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But a lot of the spells actually end up replicating D&D spells in a way. Like there's one that basically does mirror image, except because you can keep it up for pretty much as long as I think is reasonable. It also has social functions that you can do with trickery and stuff, not just combat.
I really don't like DM decides rules. Like in the thing, it's like written like, oh yeah, the DM chooses, especially for something like spells where it's like when I'm running like, you know, when I'm playing like LOTFP, it's like it's important that this spell works the exact same way every time so I can at least rely on something because everything else wants to kill me.
Yeah.
So how do you get around like
I think
is it easy to feel out what a good duration should be?
I mean, it probably should. I mean, this makes sense because if you're casting a spell and you're in Rome, then it should probably go on for a long time. If you're trying to cast this spell as you're stepping into some forbidden ruin where you know that there's a cult of Ahriman working, your spell's gonna fizzle. Because your god is not there, except in your physical power.
So it's more of like a narrative dial than it is a case-by-case.
Definitely.
Well, because have you run into a situation where it's like, fuck, I didn't agree with that spell ruling?
Nobody's
not
cast
yet.
spells yet. We've only done rituals.
because we haven't really unlocked the real. So we've done like the little spells that are like they're obviously instant. They only apply for a single roll. You know, it makes sense. You know.
Yeah.
And technically, all the divination is a spell, but like that's contained with its own sort of separate system. So. Quite frankly, we have not gotten our characters enough XP to interact with that system yet. So, answer that question?
Oh, wow.
Know.
Okay.
But
So
the thing is,
big...
you can technically learn any type of magic in the game.
Yeah.
You just got to be careful about how you do it.
And who you do it in front of.
Yeah, make sure you're not too, not home with Mercury looking down on you.
So it is really novel. And I like that about Broncolonia, the only thing I'm familiar with from the studio, which is it gives this like very, you know, Renaissance era, mercenary, gritty but funny kind of, you know, thing going on. And I thought it was really novel.
It's rude Don Quixote kind of.
It is rude Don Quixote, 100%.
Which is funny.
It's great. And this also sounds equally as novel, which is really interesting. But at the risk of, there's no free ads on the Wrong Room podcast. So what's something bad about the system? It only has to be one thing, but I am curious as to like, okay, what's the catch, Casey?
It's the perfect little system for Romaboos to run their perfect little nightmare in.
Yeah,
they can. Yeah. It's a very good system that people could not understand how to really express what the game's about, because the game really isn't about Rome. It's about people. It's about culture. It's about belief.
It's really popular over in Italy.
Yeah.
Right. So like, what is it the sort of thing that like, how many people over in Italy do you think are playing it wrong? Or is it like?
Well, they're Italian, so yeah.
It's gonna be wrong no matter what. But.
Yeah, they can't do things right.
I mean,
what's the timestamp?
I can't even say Italians are problems.
I mean, I think he was going to cut out the one where I called them the Christ killers. You know?
The first thing I say in 10 minutes.
I'll listen back to it. I'm the judge, jury, and the executioner.
For me.
Yeah.
Ben says stuff all the time.
No, I think I'm getting cut out a couple times too.
No.
Well, there was the part at the very beginning that we're all getting cut.
The worst thing about it is the adventures are written atrociously. Some of the ways it's been translated.
I think it's the flow. Doesn't make any sense.
The flow is beautiful because it's all like there's so many like you talk to the old guy. Lady? The main thing is a lot of the adventures because. This game, this is one of the first games that I'm running that, especially with the second adventure, it's taking an assumption of playing over multiple days, if not weeks, into an investigation. Mm-hmm. So there is like a subset in the rules that says that it's expected, unless there's any other specific prompted stuff, that each custode will do 2 rolls a day. Mm-hmm. And so there's a lot. Yes. So there's a lot more. Like right now, that we're involved in a lot more long form exploration because they've kind of figured out as much information as you can from the city, and they're looking for these brigands that are hiding out and attacking people over the past couple of months that are either up in the mountains or way out in the fields. And so they've been spending days going out and trying to track and find evidence and get people's accounts and witnesses and dig up history related to the guy that's running this so that they can accumulate enough points to be able to beat the difficulty check and discover it.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So it's long-form skill challenges that then immediately cement into pretty much a delve.
Very long form.
Yeah.
I do actually like the way they did that. It's I feel like this specific adventure, that part they did well. There's some other parts where I'm like, well, what are we even supposed to, how are we supposed to approach the city? Like, what are we supposed to do within it? Where I was like, just sort of, I don't think it had as many approaches for us. But then, yes, the actual, like, the exploration to find where people are part, because of this, there'll be a lot of NPCs with real historic, specific, impressive sounding names that have absolutely nothing to them. Because it's not expected. It's not expected for you to want to care and meet them, or because they're just Roman people doing their normal stuff, or they're Celtic people just trying to get along.
Yeah.
And the thing is that when you talk to them for too long, then they're like, "Oh man, oh yeah, we're all cursed, and oh by Jove," and I start throwing out more cultural stuff, which is interesting because then I have to point out to them, I'm like, "Don't pay attention to this. This is normal kind of Roman, just
gobbledygook."
Gobbledygook, yeah.
It's normal Roman gobbledygook,
Superstitious kind of idioms that would be tossed out between people that isn't necessarily tied in.
Superstitious Italian gobbledygook.
Why you laugh when you say it to me? What do you want to say?
Why you laugh when you say it to me?
What do you want to say? Am I gobbledygook? What the hell did I do to you? You want me to talk more, or are you going to censor me?
Am I gobbledygook? No, you can talk more. I'm not trying to stop you from talking.
This is what I think about Romans.
No, I know Matt has been feeling the brunt of, all I want are real people, and he just keeps walking up to animatronics.
There's an old lady I want to kill.
That's so. So I was going to ask that, and you could probably speak to this.
Don't point at me. You're supposed to use the Disney hands.
All right, I want to ask you.
Disney hands.
This.
What the fuck does that? You said that like, come on, like I've told you this so many times. What the fuck is a Disney
You've never heard the Disney hands?
I've never heard of Disney hands.
It's rude to point.
I mean, I've heard it as a
Disney
knife
hands.
hand.
Yeah, it's Disney. Well, yeah, but
I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna knife hand these tourists.
No,
I found
pointing
this
is
old
rude.
Asian lady, I'm gonna knife hand.
No,
her.
So I went in there, I just started Disney handing them.
Yeah, that Disney apparently, because they're trying to be culturally neutral, they do the knife hand.
God, that's so stupid.
Because pointing is rude.
We're in America.
See how rude that is?
I mean,
I'm
the
pointing at
military
you.
does it. The military does it.
My hand. See, this is rude. Why? Because I could do other things with his fingers.
You look like you're 6 when you're doing it. No! No!
Anyways, what were you going to say to my face?
Anyway, what I was going to say to your face is, so to draw it back to what we were talking about with like 4th edition and stuff like that.
Oh.
I also don't like it when I go into a city and this is happening a lot in another game I'm playing just because it's like
Ben's
somebody. Game? No, it's because someone's newer and it's like I get it. And someone's new in the hot seat.
Damn, that's
a lot to learn. They're doing she's doing very good. But basically, it's like, you go to a town and it's like, okay, you guys are in a town. What do you do? And it's like, I don't fucking know. You tell me, Mr. DM. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. Have you felt that way?
I've angrily took cases to the side and just shouted at them within like they're in the table and I've only done 2 inches out of the room and I'm shouting at them.
Because is that how you feel? It's kind of like, is it trying to be like, oh, you got to put this on rails, or is it like the players are free to?
We just don't know what the fuck we're supposed to be doing.
Okay.
Sounds
like we're getting somewhere in family therapy. I'm glad I'm not in this game so I can be the neutral arbiter to your guys' marital issues.
I've told him while we play the game, what the hell am I supposed to be doing? And I'm dreaming. I'm falling asleep during the game. I'm falling asleep in real life, and I'm not getting.
The thing is, Matt, you're not missing any beats. You're doing all the right things. It's not the kind of flow that you expect from your kind of play.
I get up, I go to the bathroom, I come back. And
the main thing, the first adventure I ran, which was stopping Pompeii, was a literal fucking railroaded adventure.
Stopping Pompeii is cool. That's badass.
Stopping Pompeii by fixing a marriage.
Felt weird,
right.
but yeah, we did it.
That one is literally
Ben just killed farmers.
That one was literally
I did
yes,
kill
he did.
farmers.
And
Look,
I was
they
like,
attacked me.
Oh, I love that. That was my favorite part of the adventure when I
Yeah.
read it. I'm like, oh, man, there's no combat yet. And it gets to a point and they're like, all right, they go to this field and they find the cows that they've been looking for the whole time. And then, dude, as many fucking farmers as you want show up and just start the whole mob. There's no talking. They just start fighting. And the whole thing is you just start fighting the farmers, and the farmers are their stats are incomparable to the players.
Oh yeah.
So immediately it says as soon as the first farmer goes down, they fucking lose it. and drop everything. It's just built for you to go in, show combat really quick, and then go, okay, crap. You guys are Roman soldiers and we're nothing. Remember.
Oh my god, I didn't know we could die.
Well,
I didn't know we could do that.
So, because I did kill, and I killed one and injured another because they attacked me, and it's all simultaneous. So, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
I won both roles.
You attempted to kill both.
Yeah.
It's very atypical for there to be a doctor on a battlefield at all times. That's the scholar. That's what's nice about. Typically, if you once you're down, you're dead. There's really not getting a first aid from someone that doesn't have any training is really difficult.
Right. Yeah.
In this system.
As it should be. It's difficult in real life too.
Yeah.
When you have somebody come up like,
But the first adventure was very much railroaded in just you're basically going through a chain of events. There's a mystery, but ultimately I'm just waiting till you're like, so there's a field, and then people are like, that's an interesting field. And you're like, I guess we'll go to the field. You're at the field. Okay, now immediately you're able to pick out that there's weird shit in the field, and there's stuff. Give me a check. Yep, you're able to tell that the ground's all wrong. You should go back to town.
So my question is, why is it like... Because ideally you would just be, you guys find yourselves at a field.
Yeah.
Hear these interesting things in the field. Is there something that these adventures, the way they're written, that is requiring them to walk around Animatronics Town so then they can learn about the field?
A lot of times it depends on it's witness behavior. You're doing streetwise checks. That's how at the moment for both of these adventures that I've run, all the NPC presence is being treated pretty much as streetwise checks, except for one NPC in the first adventure, which is the actual bad guy that did everything. That there's kind of a playoff of trying to figure out. But that's a strange one because every other character kind of doesn't have motivations.
Right.
And he doesn't seem to have to have any motivation, but he's also... The first time the characters meet him, he is fucking just beating sweat and just stirring a cauldron. And they're like, hey, we need to talk to the priest. He's like, I haven't seen him and I'm in charge and I don't know what's going on. And the whole thing is just trying to make him as stressed as possible about his job so that you don't notice that he's stressed the fact that he murdered the priest 7 days ago and threw his body in a field.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. So
Yeah.
so then at least so you have to have that crumb so that when the players find the body, like, wait a second, that guy was stressed about something else, and there's like a signifier.
And that tied very much
because
with
it's a
that
mystery
one.
game.
Yeah.
And I've always found that so fucking hard. It's why I've had a hard time with Call of Cthulhu. Delta Green, Impossible Landscapes, that went fine. I ran it multiple times. There was some rough patches, but even so I'm running, Master Nyarlathotep and in Lamentations of the Flame Princess, and I'm starting it with the Sleight of Hand Man, which is like a Dennis Detweiler, who's also the Delta Green guy. That was don't me, it's your game. It's the game you're in. It's the game you guys are in.
I'm listening.
Yeah, okay.
Don't you know the versus the Come on, podcast 101.
I don't know my ooh.
This is episode 50.
I don't know my ooh. 50 episodes in, I don't know my ooh. So, all that is prelude to I have such a hard time pacing mystery games for that exact reason. Every time I've tried it, the only time it's working now is the only reason why it's working now is because I'm not running like an adventure, I'm running like a dungeon crawl.
Yeah.
That's like literally it.
Yeah.
Because I go to a mystery game and I'm like, fuck, you have to make people interact organically with all of these leads so that you're not just feeding them the lead.
Yeah.
But you also have to feed them the lead, otherwise they might not ever interact with it, and you end up with a lot of situations like I described where it's like, I'm in town, and what do you do? I don't fucking know. What do I go do?
Yeah.
Right. And it's hard because in a mystery game, you can't really
We're
say
still
you
kind
go
of
do
in
this.
a point-and-click adventure mode still.
Yeah.
Which I like point-and-click adventures.
But so the thing
don't
is,
look at me like that, motherfucker.
not all of these adventures are obviously written from the same expectation. There's one that I read before starting the system that I didn't even read a whole lot. I just got the kind of the synopsis and then started looking at it. Like the adventures I've been running are very beat by beat, skill check followed by skill check tells you this, you need to go talk to this person, then you decide, okay, now this happens.
Which I like, team sports. Yeah, I like it.
One of the ones that I'm excited to run is a lot more kind of like Star Trek, because right now all the NPCs have funny names and they're not really people. Right. It's just everyone's Aurelius Mala, but it's extremely Roman. Which is great because the game gets everyone into immediately speaking some kind of fucked up Latin the whole time.
Yeah.
But this I don't know if I'm gonna run it next, but this one I'm really wanting to run. The adventure is just a listing of 24 different NPCs, all their motivations, what they do during a day, and then it gives me a timeline of events.
Oh,
This is a
that's
completely
way better.
different adventure
That's
style.
way better for mysteries.
That also tells me that's a sort of mystery where it has to be more organic. I have to read a lot more into people's motivations and stuff. These other ones, it's not important because I don't have to care about these people. We're trying to find fucking bandits that are murdering people. The people back at home, they just might have heard something about it.
Yeah.
You can kill them. Your soldiers. Who cares?
It sounds like is it the case? Is the one that you're running one of the first adventures they wrote for it?
Yeah.
That would make a lot of sense.
Well,
then.
and the thing is, the first adventure I ran for it is one that came much later that people said this is the best one to run to get to learn the game. And then the one I'm running now is the actual start. Well, it's not. It's the second starter adventure they came out with because the first one is so bad. People are like, don't run this until you're way later.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Okay.
Because this second one immediately it's a lot more lethal.
Yes.
And,
yes.
And it's way more open. I have effects where random gods are affecting the players the reason it's happening over days is because every single day I get to roll on a chart and it determines something supernatural and fucky's going on.
Every god here is like, what the fuck's up?
Because we're in France and they got their own local gods. They're not. I mean,
And
so other pantheons are coming and fucking with you?
And there's something that's happened which has suddenly stirred their spirits back up.
Yeah.
And that's what they're...
Jesus.
This adventure literally started...
I mean, Jesus is part of the setting.
It is.
There are Christians over in Constantinople. You know?
They're tolerated.
Hold on. Is every god real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the setting, every god is.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Including Jesus. Yes.
How do you run like a? That's always been kind of a joke when it comes to how to run cosmologies. It's like, oh yeah, all of them. So it's very funny to hear. Yeah, all of them.
Yeah,
all of them.
Yeah, all of them. But it does very much take like a sort of. I mean, actually, literally one of the things in the Bible is like, yes, each land is allotted its god. Who is that's their inheritance, right? It's sort of it is very specific in that way. So yeah, actually, these gods are more powerful here. These gods are more powerful here. It's sort of as cetera as you get closer.
It's the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny.
But then how do you come to terms with that? Well, how is the world coming to terms with that? Because at the point you're running the game, you have a mass synthesis of syncretism happening.
Right.
Where people are going,
a synthesis of syncretism?
Horus is the same as Apollo, as the same as Zeus, is the same as Ra, as... Every god is every god as long as it's the Roman god at the end of the day.
Right, yeah.
That's kind of where it lands.
Okay. That's really interesting. It does a lot of novel. Again, it does a lot of what I feel like are novel things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It scares me.
I've never felt like this running a game.
But
okay.
He
In a good way,
He
obviously.
can run
Very good way.
Ravenloft 2 in it, though.
I could run Ravenloft in it?
I mean, I just gave you the Barovia book.
Oh, yeah, that's... I didn't think of it that way. Oh, that's a cool way to think about it. Okay, that's probably one of the other conceits. One of the bad things is a lot of the adventures are kind of monster of the week. Little. There's an adventure I probably won't run, but I don't know, maybe it's literally Alien.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
It's goofy.
You could just spring that on them now.
But that one's kind of cool that some slipped through, and yeah, like the Thracia Dacia one is basically the Dracula's involved somehow.
I actually wanted to ask if we're talking about so a lot of the pre-written stuff is Monster of the Week.
I'd say maybe a good third of it.
Because you ran and finished up your Rokugan game, which had started as ostensibly. I remember it being pitched as a Monster of the Week game. That's not how it ended up. It was a lot of fun.
I almost never did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was the intent, right? Originally.
No.
Oh. Well, anyway.
You're wrong.
Because what I was going to ask is, how do you... It would be interesting to hear how each of you have kind of reconciled the Monster of the Week thing. Because that's what I was under the impression we were going to be playing, because we were handed the yokai book, and then there was some diversions with different yokai, and then we ended up not doing that, but there was tons of other fun stuff that happened, but I was like, I don't know if that's something you dropped, or... I
mean, I think, in universe, it was sort of pitched as Monster of the Week, right? That was our mission from the Emperor, was essentially, go investigate weird shit when it happens,
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
No.
I just made it more rare than the thought of it was.
Okay.
This game's
rarer than a week, so it's not Monster of the Week.
This game's like Culture of the Week.
Yeah.
Culture of the Week. Okay.
Culture of the Week.
Well, it's like Van Helsing. It's like a fucking...
I mean, it becomes monster-ish.
Yeah, eventually.
It feels like a Hugh Jackman, Van Helsing sort of vibe. Or, no. What am I thinking of? It's basically, you got this globe-trotting element. You're going all throughout Europe.
And they're actually expanding on that with the newest books in their Kickstarter.
Ooh. Are we going to America?
Legion's going outwards?
Well, there's an entire book, which is the first, campaign for the game, which is introducing excursions, which is adventures set outside of the Roman Empire. Fully outside.
How long has this game been out and it's getting its first campaign?
I don't know when it actually got converted. I think it was 2019 when it got launched into... Because this is the second edition, but I'm pretty sure the only thing about edition is the fact that it's the English version of the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and it does... They spend a lot of time, clearing up, defining all the different areas of the Roman Empire first. That's basically it.
Lex Arcana, I think, has been going since the mid-90s.
Damn. So, and they've just now, all right, we finally finished Rome, and now we can, go.
Well, the thing is, they're coming out with the Rome book.
Oh, yeah, the city itself.
They're making a full setting book just for Rome. And it's split into the black Rome, the red Rome, and the white Rome, which is different. You've got your arts entertainment, you've got the legal systems and the military, and then you've got a lot of crime, smuggling, and all the hidden cults and stuff underneath.
Yeah. That's it. Okay.
So they're probably trying to make it almost like every setting book they've released 3 adventures in the back of them, so it's probably going to have an adventure for each of those flavors of Rome.
That makes sense.
But Ben has carousing as a skill, and it's sometimes hard to figure out how you carouse in a 4,000 person settlement out in the middle of France.
Pissing everyone off.
But I expect the Rome book to have a lot of support for that.
I wonder, that's been in vogue. Because Modifius did it, Renegade Game Studios does it, D&D started doing it for a bit too, where it's their adventures are in the back of the book. Mm-hmm. And I'm of 2 minds of that. On one hand, I kind of like that, where it's here's a setting thing, here's a setting book, there's character stuff, there's GM stuff, and here's something you can play together. Yeah, right? That's a winning formula. It's not a winning formula when you're wizards and you only come out with a book once a quarter.
Yes.
Right. That's not enough. a lot of times too, some of those adventures seem kind of phoned in. A lot of them are like those starting adventures that you described, where some of them really suck and some of them aren't. I don't know if it's like, if does Lex Arcana do that reliably, and is it enough to sustain a campaign?
I probably haven't run enough adventures yet, but does it sustain a campaign? I would say so, because I'm kind of following. There's a meta to running all the published adventures.
Oh, that you've learned.
People have developed these adventures in this series kind of flow the best, and then once you get here, you can do these mix of 4, do 2 of those, and then keep the story going.
That's useful.
Oh, I
guess
nice.
that's good for the game being out since the 90s.
Yeah.
It's like I was talking about Pathfinder 1 being a solved system. You can go to anyone, and they're like, yep, you want to build this and not this, and you want to run this adventure in this order with this and this, and then there's nothing else that's going to get in the way of that. You know?
And the third book they're coming out with is called The Fall, which is supposed to be a book that's like a sandbox support that then also ties in a whole lot of world story narrative ending elements. It's supposed to be this is a book that you can then start adding these sandbox elements all across, however the book says, to a final climax of the story.
Oh, it's like
nice.
It's like the World of Darkness Gehenna books, where it's like we're wrapping up all these meta plots, the world's ending.
Yeah.
And Rome is falling. Is that the whole point?
Yeah,
Is that
the fall.
Rome
It's
falls?
called The Fall, so yeah.
I wonder why.
Well, and they still have like some historical people who are involved in like near the end parts of that. Like the Thracio Daci book has Odoacer and Theodoric in it, you know, who are like kings of the Ostrogoths and Visigoths, you know. Basically ready on the borders, essentially.
Yeah,
you know?
it is interesting because of how the Romans have divination, and so they got all this power. But ultimately, if you look at the Roman map in the game, they haven't expanded at all. Things have locked because of magic becoming present in the world.
But they still face like the economic hurdles that they still had, you know, right? Like ultimately, Rome had its limits, just sort of. For a lot of that.
Yes,
you know?
But another interesting thing is because you then assume Rome doesn't have those issues because of divination being used by certain offices. Also, some of the other kingdoms that fell because of the fall of Rome don't happen.
Right. It's also, Rome is more centralized, because by this time, like, for a long time before the fall of Rome, it had been split up into, like, 2 and then 4 different, like, emperorships.
That's
know,
a
like
lot of Rome.
Yeah, no, because you had the senior and junior emperors, like, on the different sides of the empire. Yeah, it was a whole weird thing. But, like, the fall of Rome, historically, was decentralizing it. It wasn't, you know, like, a thing. You know, it was just gradually just sort of decentralized, you know?
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
People are like, I think stuff's starting to suck. And then it was like 300 years of that.
Yeah. Yeah, but it just
Any day now.
more and more local, you know? And like, obviously, there were other events going on, like, you know, but that sort of was the general trend of it. I don't know.
But that's been something that's interesting because the book doesn't go into that. I've been having to do research into, okay, let's look at different time areas and then other adjacent connections to Rome that if you assume Rome doesn't fall, then what happens to these areas where you had powers that then, because of Rome's decline, started to create vacuums?
See, I just assumed that Rome was going to get smote by the holy hand of Allah.
No, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah,
that'd be a cool to fall.
Yeah, you have the
because that's the thing in the back of the Fall book. It does say like there's this ancient power that's been like overlooked the entire time, and I'm like, we're already dealing with every possible real world like god and different belief system all set. So then, who's the big bad
it's
evil
gonna be
guy?
like it's
Atlantis.
Zoroaster.
Zoroastrianism. It's gonna be like Sunset Invasion, like EU4. It's like, well, no,
it's the fucking Olmecs.
The animists are coming in with from the ropes, from the stands. Oh, he's got the chair. The animists have the chair.
If the Fall just flat out goes, the Anunnaki are back somehow. It's like,
they're back.
Emperor Palpatine it somehow.
Somehow
they're back and they want gold.
Somehow the androphagi returns.
Yeah, no. them going full ancient aliens would be a really wild campaign under.
Oh, yeah.
Egypt, maybe? Egypt being older.
I don't think so,
Or
because
Assyrians?
you already have the full Egyptus book.
It's Assyrians then. Syrians or
well, because I mean, Parthia
Egyptians.
is it Parthia right now with its specific branch of Persia? The charge theme
I
of
don't
Persia?
know. I'd have to look into that.
Or is that a different?
None of the
branch?
adventures go off to that area,
Mormons-
so I haven't had to think
Mormons
about
go.
it.
Oh yeah, Mormons.
The Mormons were right. Yeah, that you open the book and it's like a man named Joseph Smith. And you're like, what?
Lose 1d20 pietas.
Yeah. It's him. It's the true prophet.
You become cursed, but now there's a proffering.
Yeah. There's underwear. You can wear the underwear and it's fine.
You can wear.
Yeah, the Nephites show. I don't know. The Nephites show up and start killing everyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how
Agartha.
It's the sea peoples.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
God.
like this. It's a Bronze Age. They came back for more. They came back
Came back
for more.
They sailed into the future to now.
Wasn't there like
To raid.
Isn't there like a good guess as to who the sea people is?
Yeah,
Like,
they're
aren't-
Greek.
Yeah.
There's the Greeks.
Because Mycenae was one of the first parts to fall, and it had already sort of developed a strong raiding culture. And it sort of there's heavy suspicions that was like the original core of it, and they just picked up more people as they went. Essentially, like
They became a roving bandit.
well,
gang.
It became an amalgam, but it started
Right.
mostly
That
Greek.
and
makes
they
sense.
didn't they at a point pretty much had an economy that they could just subsist entirely through importing and things would materials would be like moved there and then they would just craft it and fucking export it out.
It's
Yeah.
like Tortuga.
So, which also has interesting connections with, you've got the stories of Atlantis, and they're able to
Right.
make all these wonderful things. Well, yeah, if you're right there in the Mediterranean, getting all the cultural influence and innovations from
Right.
everywhere, that's prime material.
Oh yeah, well it's Crete and it's Cyprus that were sort of like the real sort of
Yeah, okay,
centerpieces
that
of
was
it,
it as well. Yeah,
because they were in the center.
I think Crete. Yeah,
Yeah, but the Sea Peoples were, because again, Mycenae and Greece, like the whole thing, they were doing those big wars and really just sort of exhausting their own resources doing so.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just funnier that everyone is like, a bunch of people from the seas just start moving in.
From their perspective, it's fucking horrifying.
Yeah, because like
They just showed up out of nowhere. There's
the main-
nothing out there, dude.
the main record we have is just the Egyptian one, right? That's it.
Yeah.
There's like and then there's other there are smaller records like from across that sort of the Hittite areas and whatnot, but like it's mostly just the one Egyptian one that like is really famous. Like, yeah, we beat them. They fucked off somewhere else.
Yeah, we beat them. They got everyone else though.
Yeah, basically.
So anyway, now that we're deep into, it's been a long 9 months.
It has been a long 9 months. A lot has happened.
Oh.
Yeah.
A lot has happened. A lot of Greece. A lot of Rome.
A lot of
Greece.
Same difference.
I said Greece because I'm gonna call this episode the Greasy Arrivederci.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give her the Greasy Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
No, yeah. I mean, I'm happy that because it's been a long time since you'd run.
Yeah.
I think it's been the longest stint.
Yeah.
Since you'd run anything. So I'm happy that what you are running is like going off without a hitch, because I know that like there was a couple games before that, like the Dino game.
Yeah.
That was tough getting off the ground. The Eberron game.
It just got gummed up.
Yeah.
The caveman
That's
game.
true. Oh. That's what I was talking about. Was
Oh,
the
the
Dino
Dino-
game.
that was the Dino game. Okay.
It's always Casey will play after me. It's always that's how it always happens.
Yeah.
What, you run something that I run?
Yeah.
I never noticed that.
That's true, because you did.
that's how it's
finish
always
the
happened.
Rokugan game.
That's because you run and I'm like, God damn, I could do better than that.
Yeah, when you're not in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. I never get to be in your games.
You were in the.
You were Rokugan for like a couple sessions.
Then he
And
said.
then-
Then he said, "I'm too busy, guys."
I was there and I'm like,
too cool.
I'm like,
sexy.
come on, why does everyone disrespect me like it says you should in my scores? And everyone's like, don't listen to him. And I'm like,
I disrespected you plenty.
yeah.
I disrespect you to your face.
I mean,
at
Matt,
the table.
to be fair, Matt's NPCs just disrespect everybody. That's how they work.
They're very
you know?
disrespectful. They have no time in their day, and they're not fucking doing anything either. They just can't be asked.
That is the quintessential Matt NPC, is someone who's like it remind every time I think of like my favorite NPCs of yours, I always think of from Knights of the Holy Grail when King Arthur was talking to those peasants who were just stacking mud.
Yeah.
They're doing nothing. They're stacking mud, and they're like, we're very busy, and then they're insulting him like, you're not my king. Oh, you both, some bitch gave you a sword. Oh. And they're just piling mud. They're doing nothing. Like, that always reminds me
Matt
of
starts the
your
game and it's like,
NPCs.
all right, so your character is he's the most respected person in the land. He's a hero. Everyone should love him. You need to go out and you need to stop there's terrifying things that are gonna hurt people. You need to stop it because you're a good person. All right. Hey, does anyone need any help around here? Fuck you, asshole.
Unfortunately, every NPC's Diogenes.
Get out of my son.
Yeah.
Even the king is living in a barrel. It's like, what do you want? Handouts?
That's what happened. Yeah,
It's beautiful.
I made everyone so desperate they don't care about you.
It's It's glorious.
Yeah.
I'm
We're
excited.
like, hey, can you guys stop catapulting bodies on this guy's house?
And
they're like, fuck you, fuck you.
That went down. That was crazy. The guy who's like, he's old. He's like, can you help get these corpses off my house? The neighbors really hate me. Just keep
haunted.
putting body on. Yeah, there's ghosts now because the fucking corpses have melded into the structure of the house, and it's like, why don't you clean it?
See,
They'll just put more on
He's too
there.
old. He can't clean it.
Matt, you should really just turn a lot of these into short stories because goddamn would they slap.
Yeah.
I think out of everyone at the table, you would probably be the best at. So, very rarely, there's only one person I know who can run paranoia. Very well. And that's Nate. Nate is amazing at paranoia. I have so many good anecdotes. One of my favorite one. It was such a tone setter when we first started playing it because he was like, "Friend computer wants to know, do you want to listen to Muzak, like elevator music, or the best of the '80s?" And we picked, of course, the best of the '80s. Well, unfortunately, Friend computer believes that Jitterbug is the best song of the '80s, and so we listened to that on loop for 5 hours while we played. We also had another part where like. We had to make tinfoil hats IRL because these implants that are put in our heads would heat up if signal got to them. So they're completely useless except to hurt us. But we were trying to, because Paranoia is an RPG where there is a winner. So we were knocking each other's tinfoil hats off. And he was giving people damage based on like how, like,
oh my God.
That was glorious. And I think the only other person who could run Paranoia well that I can think of is you. You'd run a very different type of Paranoia game. But I feel I shudder to think what Friend Computer would make us do under your tutelage.
What was the game they were you guys playing?
Paranoia.
Oh, right. Yeah, I never looked at Paranoia.
Paranoia is like if 1984 was a Three Stooges skit.
That's perfectly.
You play troubleshooters because you go and shoot trouble.
Oh, yeah.
And you're often put up against
it.
impossible odds. And there's things you can do as a GM like you can give people basically, first of all, players aren't allowed to read the rule book. You can give players treason stars, and they at 5 treason stars they die and are replaced by a clone. But you can give treason stars for any reason you want. There's in the version that we played, there's cards. There's one card that you give to your favorite player to show that they are currently your favorite player, and there is a winner. It's cutthroaty, it's backstabby, it's stupid.
Yeah, you should do that.
A very good. I think Nate's favorite scenario to explain what paranoia is like Friend Computer tells you to go. You know, your troubleshooters. You have to go fix trouble. If you don't fix trouble, troubleshooters get executed. So you go to fix trouble. And it's like, yeah, this cable came undone. Go plug it in. And the plug's on the other end of the room, but the cord only goes to like here. The cord only goes to here, and then that's it. You're gonna die if you don't do it. And the point isn't the scenario. The point is an unsolvable scenario. The point is all the bullshit the players then try to do to solve the scenario, or at least make each other seem more guilty. So it's a fun type of game.
It's just playing Brazil.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God.
It is Brazil 1984. Yeah, those are direct.
Fucking Mythbusters guy. I just watched him go into a deep dive on Brazil. It's his favorite movie. I didn't know that.
Oh, I saw a clip on that.
He
said how practical.
Adam Savage.
Oh, Adam Sandler.
He said how practical the
Sandler.
movie Brazil was and how low budget was.
That movie's incredible with its effects.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's oh God.
It's one of my
No, but
masterclass.
my next thing is Delta Green. I just been
Because it's the successor to your Rokugan.
I'm just
game,
in
right?
I made it that way, but I've just been in the background, esoteric stuff,
Yeah.
getting some real life.
It's been
esoteric.
collecting things
And
to
I'll
inflict
not-
on us.
I'll do the same thing
Yeah.
where I'll read 1,000 pages of something and I'll use like 2 pages of it.
The only
Yep.
thing that living a real, full life and reading a lot of good literature is good for is stealing stuff for your games.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
That's the only purpose.
That's it. The only stuff that matters is the table and the dice. Everything else is in service of that.
Yeah, it's using 1,000 pages and just two is actually relevant.
Yeah.
But you're like, I swear,
I mean-
I read 1,000. You're like,
Yeah.
sure you did, buddy.
It's the same.
We had one session.
This is the dumbest thing in the
Same for
world.
songwriting, going a full deep dive on a whole different line of the ancient texts and their speak, and I'm like,
And it's
I
Barney.
could make a reference to like a name in it.
Yeah,
It's
then it's a
brutal.
Barney song.
It's brutal distilling all of that. I mean, that's why I talked about before. I like reading with a highlighter because
Yeah.
I'll plumb forget.
Yeah.
I'll plumb forget what I took out of the book. But if I pick up an old book and I read the highlighted parts, I'm like, oh yeah, that's the stuff that stuck out to me.
The and the
Yep.
the. Like,
Yep,
damn,
every-
I guess I just forgot about
I've
those.
highlighted out letters, and it's just like, if you're reading this, kill yours. Oh,
That scared me. I thought that was in my head.
he was coming. That was
I didn't know you could reach over here. I'm so used to Jimmy doing it.